Okay, so I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to stop whatever you're doing, stop scrolling, stop multitasking, and I want you to add up everything you own. Your savings account, your PF balance, any mutual funds, gold, your share of the family property, and then subtract everything you owe, your EMIs, your credit card outstanding, any personal loans. That number, that's your net worth. Now, here's what I actually want to ask you, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you happy with that number? Because if you're 28 years old and sitting somewhere between 2 lakh rupees and 5 lakh rupees in total net worth, you might be thinking, yeah, that's okay for my age, right? I'm doing fine. And that's exactly the problem, because you're probably not doing fine. And today, I'm going to show you the data that proves it. And then, more importantly, I'm going to show you what you can actually do about it. My name is Rohan, and I'm spend way too much time thinking about net worth. Specifically, why most Indians in their 20s and 30s are dramatically behind where they need to be, and why almost nobody is talking about it in a real, honest way. If you're someone who earns a decent salary, pays your bills on time, doesn't feel broke per se, but also genuinely has no idea if your financial life is on track, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you out. We do this every week and I promise it'll be worth your time. Alright, let's get into it. Look, income is the number everyone obsesses over in India. How much package did you get? That's the first question at every family gathering. The salary slip, the CTC, that's what matters, right? Wrong. Here's the thing. Income is just the water flowing into your bucket. Net worth is how much water is actually in the bucket. And a lot of us have this enormous pipe of income flowing in and a bucket that's absolutely full of holes. You can earn 1,50,000 rupees a month and have zero net worth. I've seen it. The lifestyle inflation, the EMIs, the credit cards, they drain the bucket faster than income fills it. Net worth is the actual scoreboard. And most people don't look at the scoreboard because honestly, they're scared of what they'll see. So let's look at it together. What does the scoreboard actually say for the average Indian? Now, here's where it gets really interesting and a little uncomfortable. According to the UBS Global Wealth Report 2025, this is one of the most comprehensive wealth studies done globally. India's median wealth per adult is approximately 2,50,000 rupees. That's roughly 3,000 US dollars. That is the number for the typical Indian adult, not the average skewed by billionaires. The person right in the middle, 2.5 lakh rupees. That's it. Now, India is the eighth most unequal country in the world when it comes to wealth. Our wealth Gini coefficient, which is basically the mathematical score for inequality, where 1.0 means one person owns everything, is 0.82. That is extreme. For context, our income inequality Gini is around 0.74, which is already terrible. But our wealth inequality at 0.82 is genuinely in a different league. You know who has a similar score? Some of the most unequal economies on earth. And yet we walk around thinking of ourselves as a middle-class country. And here's what most people don't realize. India's average wealth per adult actually declined in 2024 in real terms. The rich got richer. Everyone else didn't. So, when someone tells you India is growing fast, be optimistic. Yeah, it's growing, just not necessarily for you, unless you do something intentional about it. Okay, so here's the actual breakdown. I've modeled these numbers using UBS data, SEBI household finance reports, and RBI data on household savings, adjusted for 2025 to 2026 figures. These are median net worth estimates, what the middle person actually has, not the average distorted by Ambani. And before I share these, I want you to remember, you might look at these numbers and feel one of two things, either relieved, oh, I'm actually ahead, or genuinely rattled. Both reactions are useful, but only one of them will change your life. Under 25 years old, 0 to 50,000 rupees. Yeah, most people under 25 are basically at zero, and that's okay. You've barely started working. But here's the problem. A huge chunk of this age group is actually negative net worth because of education loans. According to RBI data, education loan outstanding in India crossed 1,10,000 crore rupees in 2025. That's an enormous amount of young people starting their financial lives in the red. Ages 25 to 30, 1 lakh to 4 lakh rupees. This is where reality starts to sting a bit. 5 years into working life, the median net worth is somewhere between 1 to 4 lakh rupees. Now, if you're in this bracket and you have, say, 3 lakh rupees in savings and mutual funds, congratulations, you're ahead of most people your age. But I want you to think about this. If you're earning 8 to 10 lakh rupees a year and you've worked for 4 or 5 years, you've made roughly 35 to 40 lakh rupees in gross income over that time, and you have 3 lakh rupees to show for it. Where did the rest go? That's the question that should keep you up at night. Ages 30 to 35, 5 lakh to 15 lakh rupees. This is where the wealth building gap between people who are intentional and people who aren't starts to become really visible. The person who started a SIP of 10,000 rupees at age 25 has a corpus of roughly 9 to 10 lakh rupees by age 35, just from that one habit compounding at 12% in a decent equity fund. The person who didn't, they have their PF balance and maybe a fixed deposit their parents opened for them. The median here is somewhere around 7 to 10 lakh rupees, but the spread is massive. Some people in this age group have 50 lakh rupees, many have less than 2 lakh rupees. Ages 45 to 45, 15 lakh to 40 lakh rupees. This is where the make or break decade is. By 40, the average Indian household has roughly 25 to 35 lakh rupees in net worth, but here's what most people don't realize. A huge portion of that is locked in illiquid assets, gold jewelry, a share in an ancestral property, a plot in a tier 2 city that hasn't been sold in 20 years. The UBS report points out that only 20% of Indian wealth is in financial assets, one of the lowest ratios in the world. In the US, it's over 60%. That means most Indians have wealth that they can't actually use, can't compound easily, and can't access in an emergency without selling something that takes months to liquidate. You might own a 40 lakh rupees flat and have 50,000 rupees in the bank. Your net worth looks okay on paper. Your actual financial flexibility? Zero. At ages 45 to 55, 40 lakh to 80 lakh rupees. This is when people start waking up. The kids are growing, retirement is no longer a distant concept, and suddenly the math becomes frightening. If you need 60,000 rupees per month in today's terms to live comfortably in retirement, accounting for 6% inflation over 20 years, you'll need roughly 1,90,000 rupees per month by age 65. Not 1.5 crore rupees per month. That would be hyperinflation territory. 1,90,000 rupees per month. That's still a 3 times jump from where you are today, and it's coming whether you are ready or not. Now, to generate 1,90,000 rupees every month passively at a 6% withdrawal rate, you need a retirement corpus of approximately 3.8 crore rupees. Call it 4 crore rupees to be safe. How many Indians in their late 40s and early 50s are anywhere near that? Not many. The median at this stage is probably 50 to 65 lakh rupees, mostly in real estate and gold, with retirement accounts that are underfunded by an alarming margin. Ages 55 to 65, 60 lakh to 1.2 crore rupees. This is officially too late to panic but not too late to course correct. The median net worth here hovers around 80 lakh to 1 crore rupees. Again, a lot of that is stuck in a flat, a shop or family gold. Liquid investable net worth for the median person at this stage may be 15 to 20 lakh rupees. I'm not trying to depress you. I am trying to give you the map that nobody handed you. Here's what nobody talks about. The numbers are one thing, but why are so many intelligent, hardworking Indians so far behind on net worth? And I've thought about this a lot. It comes down to 3 psychological traps. Trap number 1. We confuse lifestyle with wealth. In India, we are incredibly good at looking wealthy. The wedding, the car, the vacation to Bali that absolutely had to go on Instagram, the upgrade from a 2 BHK to a 3 BHK even though your parents were fine in 2 BHK their whole lives. We perform wealth instead of building it. And the cruel irony is that every rupee you spend performing wealth is a rupee that could be becoming wealth. Trap number 2. We over-index on real estate. Now you might be thinking, Rohan, real estate is an investment. My parents bought their flat for 8 lakh rupees and it's worth 80 lakh rupees now. That's 10 times. And look, I'm not saying real estate is bad, but here's the problem. That flat took 25 years to do 10 times. The Nifty 50 did 10 times in about 12 years. And more importantly, you can't put 5,000 rupees into a flat every month via SIP. You can't rebalance it. You can't liquidate 20% of it when you need cash. It's illiquid, undiversified, transaction heavy, and comes with a lot of maintenance costs that people conveniently forget. We have entire generations of Indians who are property rich and cash poor. That's not wealth. That's a trap dressed up as wealth. Trap number 3. We start too late because we think we have time. This one genuinely frustrates me. I've had so many conversations with people in their early 30s who say, I'll start investing properly once I've sorted my home loan, once the kids are a bit older, once I get my next promotion. Here's the thing, compounding doesn't wait for you to get your life together. Every year you delay starting, you don't just lose 1 year of returns. You lose the compounding on those returns, on those returns, on those returns. Let me show you the actual math. If you invest 10,000 rupees a month starting at age 25 at 12% annual returns, you'll have approximately 6.4 crore rupees by age 60. That's 35 years of compounding doing its thing. If you wait until 35 to start the exact same investment, you'll have 1.89 crore rupees by age 60. Same amount invested every month, same 12% return, just 10 years later. The difference? 4.5 crore rupees. 4.5 crore rupees is the price of delay. Not 50,000 rupees, not 5 lakh rupees. 4.5 crore rupees gone because you waited 1 decade to start. That is the most expensive procrastination in human history, and we treat it like it's fine. Okay, here's my framework, what I call the honest benchmarks for Indian net worth by age. These are not aspirational fantasy numbers. These are achievable targets for someone with a decent income and basic financial discipline. By 25, net worth equal to 3 to 6 months of your salary. At 6 lakh rupees annual salary, that's 1,50,000 rupees to 3 lakh rupees. Emergency fund built, zero high interest debt. By 30, net worth equal to 1 times your annual income. Earning 12 lakh rupees a year, aim for 12 lakh rupees in net worth, liquid, investable, not gold, not a plot, actual financial assets. By 35, 2 to 3 times annual income. If you're earning 18 lakh rupees, you should have 36 to 54 lakh rupees in net worth by 35. Sounds intimidating? Start at 25 with 10,000 rupees SIP and it's completely achievable. By 40, 4 to 5 times annual income. This is the decade where compounding really starts to do the heavy lifting. By 50, 8 to 10 times annual income. At this point, your money should genuinely be working harder than you are. Now you might be thinking, Rohan, these numbers are crazy. Nobody hits these. And that's exactly my point. Most people don't, but some people do. And the only difference between the person who does and the person who doesn't is when they decided to get serious. Alright, enough data. Let's talk about action. Here's what I want you to do depending on where you are right now. Step 1. Calculate your actual net worth today. Write it down. Assets minus liabilities. If you don't know the number, you can't improve the number. Be brutal. Include everything, but only count liquid assets separately from illiquid ones. Know both numbers. Step 2. Automate your investments before lifestyle expansion. The moment your salary hits your account, automatically transfer to your investment account. Treat it like a mandatory EMI, except this EMI is paid to your future self. Start with whatever you can, even 3,000 rupees a month in an index fund. Start now and increase it every time you get a raise. Step 3. Diversify beyond gold and real estate. I know it's countercultural. I know your auntie swears by property, but you need financial assets, equity mutual funds, index funds, direct stocks if you know what you're doing. These are liquid, compoundable, and flexible in a way that a flat in Pune simply is not. Step 4. Kill high-cost debt immediately. Credit card outstanding at 36 to 42% annual interest? That is mathematically the highest return investment you can make. By eliminating that debt, no mutual fund beats 40% risk-free return. Pay it off. Full stop. Step 5. Track your net worth every 6 months. Not every day, you'll drive yourself crazy, but every 6 months update the number. Watch it grow. That visibility alone changes behavior. It makes wealth building feel real and concrete. Look, I know this video threw a lot of numbers at you, and if some of those numbers were uncomfortable, good. Discomfort is the beginning of change. Here's the thing about net worth. It's not a judgment of who you are as a person. It's just a scoreboard, and scoreboards can change, but only if you actually start paying attention to the score. The median Indian adult has 2.5 lakh rupees in net worth. If you finish watching this video and open a SIP for 5,000 rupees this week, you're already building something that most people never do. Not because they can't, but because nobody ever sat them down and showed them the numbers honestly. I'm showing you the numbers. The rest is on you. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Not next Monday when things calm down, not after the next appraisal cycle. Today. And if you want to understand exactly what to invest in what order, at what stage of life, I've got a whole video on that coming next week. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below telling me your age and where your net worth currently is versus where it should be. No judgment, this is a safe space, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your money because nobody else is going to do it for you.